This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
An organization in the Queen City is working to support high-risk youth in the area. They were recently awarded a grant to help with their efforts. Twin States News' Donisha Branham attended a conference where she got more information about how that grant will be used.
Today, the Meridian Housing Authority held a special conference to announce to the community that they were successful in obtaining funding to support local high-risk youth. The Meridian Housing Authority's executive director tells us more.
Meridian Housing Authority and staff applied back in January. We were notified on last Friday that our grant was funded. And so this is an exciting time for our city because of the impact that we know that it's going to have in our city.
The Department of Labor awarded $90.4 million in youth funding to cities that wanted to bring the youth initiative to their city.
The Meridian Housing Authority was awarded $1.5 million for the Youth Build Grant Initiative, which will impact our city over the next 4 years.
The program is not only just for residents in the Housing Authority, but for any young adult from the ages of 16 to 24 that dropped out of school are able to apply.
There's a 4-month enrollment period and planning period. And so during that planning period, our grant calls for 84 participants in this program, and we're excited about getting those caseloads started so that we can get our young people on the right track.
Turner says that the program will make a great impact on the youth of our community, and the agency received an abundant amount of support from the community.
We just want to get involved in innovative strategies that are going to lead our city to success and giving our young people opportunities to achieve their GEDs, also an opportunity to get involved in the workforce and providing educational skills that they are going to need in life.
Donisha Branham, Twin States News, Meridian.
A gas line was hit this afternoon in downtown Meridian while construction crews worked on the 22nd Avenue Bridge. Twin States News spoke with the public safety director today about the incident.
While working on the sidewalk project here on Front Street at close to 22nd Avenue, a construction company hit a small gas line. We had a minor leak. They notified the proper authorities. We came and cordoned off at least 1 block away from the incident. Atmos Gas is here now working on it. They have the leak under control, and we've been allowed to condense that down to just 1 block of Front Street between 23rd and 22nd Avenue is closed temporarily, and we hope to have it back open within the next hour and a half to 2 hours.
The area was roped off for at least 3 hours while Adams Energy worked to repair the leak. Today, the Meridian Police Department arrested Sheila Poe for manslaughter culpable negligence. This case is in relation to an elderly woman that was found dead last month at 2248 44th Avenue. Her bond is set at $1 million. The Meridian Police Department is asking for your help. 20-year-old DeMarcus D'Angelo Smith was shot multiple times and left for dead. And now the case has gone cold. Here's this week's Cold Case Files.
On September 6, 2015, 20-year-old DeMarcus D'Angelo Smith and an associate were walking northbound on 25th Avenue near 16th Street when they encountered 2 black males walking southbound on 25th Avenue. Once they passed Mr. Smith and his associate, one of the individuals began firing a weapon. Mr. Smith was struck multiple times in the back and collapsed on the scene. He was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The individual firing the weapon was described as a light-complexioned black male with freckles and short dreads. He was wearing a black t-shirt, light blue jeans, and a red bandana in his back pocket. The other individual was described as a skinny, dark-complexioned black male with a small afro, wearing a black t-shirt and dark-colored jeans. 2 black males fitting the description of the suspects were seen running from the area where they flagged down a vehicle, got in, and left the scene.
A cold case is a crime that has not yet been fully resolved, but remains open pending the discovery of new evidence or new witness testimony. We are asking you, the public, to provide that new evidence or testimony in this cold case by calling the numbers on your screen.
An urgent manhunt to find a violent convict and a corrections officer who authorities believe helped him escape from jail is now in its 6th day. The sheriff's office in Lauderdale County, Alabama, also confirming the couple had a special relationship that may have been building for years. In this newly released surveillance video, the pair left the jail last Friday like it was any other day. Corrections officer Vicky White holding the door open for accused killer Casey White, who was handcuffed and shackled. They can later be seen popping into Vicky's white patrol car. U.S. Marshals Service was offering a $10,000 reward for information, leading to the capture of the inmate and the location of the corrections officer. A leaked draft opinion shows a majority of Supreme Court justices are prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, even though this is just a draft and not the final opinion, what would abortion access in the U.S. look like if Roe is overturned in these different times? Hallie Jackson has more.
We won't lose the right to choose. Roe cannot go.
If the landmark 1973 Supreme Court decision that gave people across the U.S. the right to choose is indeed overturned, Planned Parenthood says more than 36 million could be left without abortion access because 26 states would probably restrict or even ban it altogether, according to the Guttmacher Institute, which supports abortion rights. It would happen in some states faster than others because 13 of them have so-called trigger laws, which would make abortion illegal if the court overturns Roe versus Wade. The move may come at a high price for those who cannot afford to travel to another state for the procedure, like younger people and single people and those in minority communities who historically have had abortions at a slightly higher rate. While a decision overturning Roe would reverse access to abortion for many, there are more options for those looking to perform the procedure safely than there were in the 1960s. Aid groups and companies are already stepping in to fight state bans. Just this week, according to a message seen by Reuters, Amazon told its staff it'll pay up to $4,000 in travel expenses to cover medical treatments, including abortion. NBC News has reached out to Amazon to confirm this, but haven't heard back. The company's decision follows similar reported moves made by Apple, Levi's, Citigroup, Yelp, and more, according to Bloomberg. While the decision that may overturn Roe could come any minute, likely in late June or early July, abortions would not become illegal right away in some states. That process could take several months in places where it is likely to be banned.
The CDC issuing new guidance on masks, recommending that everyone above the age of 2 wear a mask while commuting or traveling. But as Richard Giacovas tells us, the recommendation leaves it up to the person. So, will people follow it?
To prevent the spread of COVID-19, face coverings are required in the terminal.
Masks may be required inside the terminal at LaGuardia Airport, but once you board the plane, it becomes your choice.
If you're in public transit, you just do it.
Lindsay Stockhammer intends to keep her N95 on for the duration of her flight to Toronto.
It's the right thing to do. It takes a second. It doesn't cost anything. It's a piece of fabric.
Lindsay took the advice of the CDC Tuesday, which issued new guidance on masks. The agency now recommending that everyone above the age of 2 put on a face covering in all indoor areas of public transportation. That includes subways, buses, and yes, airplanes. But some people have already ditched the mask.
It's a perfect example that we're finding out now from you that that's even the case.
Jerry Golden didn't even know masks were still required in the airport, let alone recommended on the flight. But once he heard about the new CDC recommendation,
I think we try our best to go by what the CDC says.
The CDC says their decision is based on current trends with an ever-evolving virus. New variants and a rise in cases in parts of the country have prompted the agency to put the recommendation in place, despite a judge's order declaring the 14-month-old transportation mask mandate unlawful.
If I'm going to be getting on a bus or a train or an airplane, I want a KN95 or an N95 respirator because we know that COVID is still circulating and we know that it's not mild for everyone.
But the recommendation still leaves it up to the individual person. So will people actually follow it?
I don't care if I'm the only one with it on. Can't get the Rona.
The CDC is asking the Department of Justice to appeal a judge's decision last month to overturn the federal mask mandate on all public transportation. Meanwhile, doctors say COVID cases will continue to rise across the country.
The annual Wings and Tails event was back for its 11th year Tuesday night. This event raises money to help service members and their families. Twin States News' Jasmine Stevenson spoke to the president of the Mississippi Council of the Navy League to learn more.
After 2 years of not having the event due to COVID, hundreds of people gathered at the Meridian Regional Airport to enjoy viewing cars, planes, and raise money for a great cause.
Well, years ago, some people a lot smarter than me decided, hey, why don't we have a fundraiser where we get a bunch of planes together and cars and food and invite people out and charge an admission, and then we'll use that for our fundraiser. And it was a big hit from day one, and we're so excited to be back at it here 2 years after being off for COVID.
The Wings and Tell event is the only fundraiser the Mississippi Council of Navy Leagues hosts. The money is used to fund several scholarships, awards, and even support a Mississippi submarine.
A lot of people wonder, what is the Navy League? And what we are is a predominantly civilian organization that supports the men and women, the families of the sea services, the Navy, Marines, the Coast Guard, and Merchant Marines.
In 2011, the month of May was established as Mississippi Aviation Month. Among the numerous planes at the event, the University of Mississippi Medical Center's helicopter was on display. Air Care paramedic Ben White says it's great to see people's love for aviation.
We love doing stuff like this. We love to come out. We love to see the people interested in what we do, because most of the time they only see us on the TVs, and they see us in the newspapers and stuff like that. So for them to come out and open up the aircraft, let them look around inside of it and kind of get an insight of what we do, and to be around the other people that's got a love for aviation.
To find out more about the Mississippi Council of Navy League scholarships, you can visit twinstates.news. Jasmine Stevenson, Twin States News, Meridian.
Still ahead tonight, we have your complete forecast. Plus,
NFTs are transcending phone screens and transforming the art world as we know it. I'm Marianne Rafferty with a look at the amazing creations inside the world's first NFT art museum, coming up.